Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beat your price. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beat your price.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, hold on for 1 second. I had to rearrange some stuff in my room real quick, cause it was like bothering my back. I was like, I have some clothes leaning on my chair, and I'm like, yeah, it was bothering me. You know, I was like, I'm trying to focus on this episode. But anyways, so for those that did not know, I felt like I need to kind of give you guys an origin story before I get into what I'm overall going to be promoting. But I have to say that this series on StoryFire, I will have to say it's an important series for me because it's an original series. Like, I do have original work on StoryFire, but this particular one, it's like it's near and dear to me. I'll get to that in a moment. But anyways, now I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on my writing skills, because I've been writing for some time. I've been writing ever since I was a kid. And I have like some of the earliest memories of me just like writing about myself, you know, when I was a kid. And no, I just remember having a computer at the time. It wasn't like no fancy computer like how I have now, but it was a decent computer. You know, it got the job done. I was able to play pinball and I was able to type. That's all I ever did on the computer. I never went on the internet. The funny thing is, I feel like if a lot of people would have seen me when I was a kid, I feel like a lot of people would be confused. Like, how did he go from this like outside all the time, hanging out with his friends, never on the computer, barely playing the video game? Like, what happened? Like, when did you like transition into this content creator? Because it confuses me at times. But anyways, but no, overall though, I do remember writing a little bit when I was a kid, and then yeah, I would just start off. You know, I remember starting off with just writing about who I am, how my day went, stuff that I did, recent things that happened to me. And I feel like that at that point, I didn't really know what I wanted to write, but I knew that I liked writing because it was a skill that I wanted to practice on. And I'd say it's even something that I'm still working on till this day, but I'm much more better compared to when I was a kid. But no, overall though, it's like, yeah, as the time went on, I had started writing more fictional work. And I remember back in my old elementary school, as this teacher, he wanted us to do that as a homework assignment where we just write like short stories and stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, that's right up my alley. That's like, you're pretty much telling me to do something that I like doing. That's like a teacher telling you, I guess if you're a gamer, to go play this video game and learn some stuff. That it's like, fam, you're telling me to pretty much go have a good time. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going past that. So yeah, anyways, I remember and it's crazy how I still remember this story, and I probably am going to either turn it into its own story or have it a part of this series I'm going to be promoting here in a moment. But anyways, so no, the story was like these people would go into this house. Nobody ever knew what had happened to them. It was like, what's going on? Like, how did people just go into this house and just disappear? What's going on in this house? So eventually some people did go inside the house to figure out what was going on. And I don't know where my mind was at that point in time, but and that's the thing about me when it just, and you'll even see it in my like content, that I am in a weird way. I feel like with storytelling back then, yeah, it was a weird improvising skill that I had. Like it was like it just where was this going to lead, you know? But I knew that I had liked writing. It wasn't fully there, but yeah, I was into it and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, like, it was a big giant spider was taking people in the house and stuff, and I was like, I mean, it sounds like, you know what's actually funny? And I'm not saying like this movie had bit off of my idea. I'm pretty sure them people don't even know who I am. I mean, if they did, I'm like, I think they did. But no, it was different though. It was different. Like, I think the girl or kid, whoever, they had like a pet spider, but it got bigger and bigger and stuff. And I think it was like going around killing people and stuff. But I mean, I'm saying that's like kind of like my story and stuff. And I was like, and that came out like what? I think that movie came out last year or the beginning of this year. So yeah, it's like I mean, it won't happen. I hope that won't happen, because I guarantee and I promise you, I will not be going into that house. All right, y'all know me when it comes to insects. I don't be fooling with any sorts of insects whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, you have me go out flip at the house and they talk about, oh, a giant spider is in there, and it ain't like no giant like some tarantula. No, I mean like the size of a Honda Civic, like that type. No, I ain't even gonna fool with that. But anyways, but no, the teacher, he liked it. And see, and that was the thing though, because it was like, I think all the other kids, like I was different growing up. Like, I grew up watching that, and I think I had to say that was like probably why a lot of my like just writing or where my writing skills came from, is just watching a lot of TV shows and movies growing up. So anyways, there goes the writing. Like, I was writing ever since I was a kid, just for those that need to know. But yeah, let's talk on my movie and TV show history. Fam, I had to say probably some of my first few memories was just sitting with my family and watching TV. You know, like, I can think back when I just remember all of us being over at my grandfather's house, and we would just sit and watch TV. Like, there wasn't no other, I mean, there are things to do, but it was like, yeah, there's just like moments where I'm like, huh, okay. And then it's like, as I get older, I'm like, dang, I remember that show. You know, I used to watch that show all the time and stuff. So anyways, yeah, I grew up watching, like, and I know people will probably be all like, oh, you know, a parent shouldn't do that to no child. But yeah, more so my mom, because my dad, he's more so into like action-packed movies and stuff. So I had to say, anytime with me and him, we would watch a movie, it'd be like action-packed. Like, I'm trying to think like zombie, you know, type movies. Because I remember one time me and him, we sat down and watched Zombieland. And then, yeah, me and my mom, like, we would watch like scary movies. But it was, I mean, I feel like growing, I don't know, I feel like with them, like my mom and my sister, they more so were freaked out about the movies. Me, on the other hand, I was a weird kid growing up. Like, I didn't get freaked out by the movies that my mom had me watch. I had to say the one and only time I did get freaked out by a movie, because I ended up having nightmares over that movie, was Signs. And that was a movie where I was all like, I didn't end up watching that movie. I think that movie came out when I was like 7, between the ages of 7 and 9. I didn't watch that movie again until I was like 14 years old. I was like, no, I have no desires on watching that movie. I skipped, if that movie came out when I was 7, I skipped the year of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I skipped out on 6 years of watching that movie, because that movie had me terrified. Could not watch that movie to save my life. But no, it was weird one night. I just remember flipping through the channels. I seen that it was on, and I was like, you know what? I'm overcoming this. I'm overcoming this fear. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch Signs. And yeah, after that, I'm all like, fam, anytime that movie comes on TV, I'm always watching that movie. I was like, nah, man, Signs. And that's the thing, though, like, when I have, and there's even been times, like, where I had, like, I wrote stuff, but I haven't published them. Like, there are some stories where I need to post them. There's one particular story where I had, like, a dream about it, and I'm like, I gotta write this out. It was such an odd dream. Jonah Hill was in the dream. I don't know why he was in the dream, but he was in the dream. But I think I might have posted this on social media. I don't know. It was either Facebook or it might have been somewhere else. But anyways, but no, I remember having this dream and just even talking on like times where I've like wrote my dreams into existence. But no, but I had changed it up for the story. So when I do publish this story, it's like it'll be more so at the end is when, like, that's when, you know, my dream had started. But I don't know if I'll add Jonah Hill into, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's no disrespect to Jonah Hill, but I mean, I guess, like, it just, I don't know, like, people, just, I guess, to keep it original, but I don't know, man, I don't know, but anyways, moving on, but, no, so, I remember me and Jonah Hill, we were hanging out. Why we were hanging out, I do not know, but anyways, we were hanging out, and then we noticed that somebody was, breaking into this house. So he straight up like, no, I'm not even lying. Jonah Hill really had a cameo appearance in my dream. So I don't know. Maybe that's how it has to go. If I ever do turn this into a movie, yeah, Jonah Hill, I'm saying he has to make a cameo appearance just for it to be authentic, you know, or it has to be like a Jonah Hill lookalike. But I just feel like it would be really authentic, like if it was Jonah Hill. Like I feel like that would be the cherry on top if it was a movie. But anyways. But, no, so we noticed the person breaking into the house, so we chased after them. On some real life stuff, I'm like, nah, bro, Jonah, we going off up in this house. We don't know who that person is and what they're capable of doing. But, no, it was weird. So we ended up chasing after the person. We lost them. And then, so Jonah Hill, he decided to go down this, like, dark, creepy road. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I remember when I woke up from that dream and I started thinking to myself, why would he go down that road? Like, I really wish that I could find, like, a dark, creepy looking road out here somewhere in Washington, because it was a road that led down the hill, but there was, like, no streetlights that was down that hill. So, for all I know, Jonah Hill, he's still down there. I'm saying, like, when was the last time he did a movie? I'm just saying, like, Jonah Hill, he went into my dream and he just disappeared, alright? But, anyways, so then I ended up going down this, this road. And, I don't know, it was like, I don't know if it was an alley or a road. It looked like it was a large alley, but regardless, so I ended up going down this alley, and then I ended up in front of an airport, and I'm thinking to myself, where we were at, like the area where we were at, it just doesn't look like that, like these types of houses would be in like near an airport, but that's just how dreams are. Dreams are just weird. But so anyways, I seen the person, and it was a woman, and she was crying, and she was like pushing me away and stuff. And I'm like, I'm holding my hands out. I'm saying like, hey, it's okay. Like, relax. You know, I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm not, this, I'm like, it's all right. I'm trying to like comfort her and calm her down and stuff. So eventually, I don't know why, I gave her a hug. On some real life stuff, I'm like, nah, fam. I'm like, I'm like, look, I don't know you. I don't know what you got going on. But I'm saying like, why are you out here breaking into houses? I'm going to try to talk with them if anything. But no, anyways, I gave them a hug. Then I feel like this dream made no sense whatsoever, but I am going to try to piece it together when I do write stories. I guess when I write this story and things, but her dad had pulled up, and he was getting mad at me, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't even do nothing. But on some real life stuff, I'm like, fam, your daughter is out here living the life of that video game Thief Simulator? Yeah, that's what she's doing right now. She's living out that video game IRL. So I'm like, how you gonna get mad at me? And I'm over here just trying to prevent her from committing crimes. Like, that dream, it was such a weird dream. But anyways, so what I was going to do, and that just overall, just letting you guys know where my writing skills was at. So when I had turned that into a story, I had it where me and the girl, we knew each other beforehand. So yeah, we were at a party, we were liking on each other and stuff. She came home with me. That ain't on no real life stuff. I'm like, if anything's, it's like, yeah, it's that it don't work like that. But for the story's sake, I'm saying you'd see so many different romantic and love story movies. I'm like, fam, that wouldn't happen in real life, but I'm doing that. Okay, I'm doing that for my story. But so anyways, so I'm having it where we were driving down the road, but then out of nowhere got hit by a truck. And I know people are going to be like, dang, what kind of romantic story is that? But hear me out, though. All right? This is where I feel like this movie becomes like a romantic adventure, okay? So anyways, my character, I am going to have it where it's like based on me and stuff. But not too much, but just like kind of like some little Easter eggs here and there and stuff. But I mean, I would, yeah, if it came down to it, I would star as the character and stuff in the, if it were to become a movie or a TV show and stuff. But anyways, but I was going to have it where it's like when we got hit by the truck, I ended up losing my memory. So I didn't remember nothing. Like, I'm like regaining my memory. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that had just left, where it was like, like my favorite drinks, because I remember at one point in time I wrote that in the story where a friend had came over And he gave me a Red Bull, and I'm like, what's this? And he's all like, it's a Red Bull. Like, you know, it's like, you drink those all the time. And I'm like, I don't remember. So it's like, that's just pretty much the whole movie. It's just me not remember, or just the story is me not remembering stuff. But then, yeah, I drink the Red Bull. And I'm not saying it's like some magic Red Bull where it regains my memory, but I'm like, oh my God, like, this is amazing. Like, no, I gotta have more. So just kind of adding like some comedy to it and stuff. But then as the story goes on, like, I'm starting to see things that's like making me remember stuff. And I'm like, hey, I remember, like, I'm starting to remember some things now. So then at the very end of the story, that's where I'm having it, where I'm hanging out with my friend, aka Jonah Hill, where, no, it's like, where I'm like, you know, I'm starting to remember stuff. I'm like, no, let me go ahead and go back home. And then that's why I was like, going to write it in there. Instead of the woman breaking into a random house, she's breaking into my house. But I yell out, hey, she takes off running. And then, yeah, I'll have it where it's all like, you know, airport is nearby and stuff. I'm trying to think, like, because the SeaTac airport, I don't think they got no houses near it. I don't know. I'll think of something, you know. But anyways, I am going to have it where it's all like, yeah, we end up in front of an airport. I was thinking a store, but I'm like, nah, man, I gotta keep it just like the dream. I gotta keep it like the dream. But so anyways, then I was gonna have it where, then yeah, there's a reason for the dad to be upset with me and stuff, because he's looking at the fact that I almost killed his daughter. So that's when it's like, yeah, so that like ties in. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, when I sit down and I think about like how good I am at like piecing things together and writing stuff, I'm like, bro, it really trips me out, man. And I'm like, I'm like, and that's the thing where I just feel like that, you know, to be like people like Stephen King or James Cameron or Steven Spielberg, you know, because those are guys that I grew up watching and stuff, like their types of movies and things, you know, and I ain't gonna put myself on that scale, but I'm just saying to like put myself in that category as a writer. It's like, is it really like that where you could just be sitting down and writing stuff and it just like things just come to your mind? And I'm like, huh, wow. So anyways, so recently on StoryFire, I decided that I was going to write a Twilight Zone inspired story, but it's my original story. Like all this stuff, it's original content. It ain't like I'm picking up ideas from Twilight Zone. I was just, no, because that was how I hold on, okay. Deep breaths, because I was like, yeah, that stutter was crazy. But anyways, but the other day I was watching Twilight Zone. Yeah, they had like a Twilight Zone marathon going on. I don't know why. I don't know what the occasion was. But anyways, yeah, there was a Twilight Zone marathon going on. And so I was thinking, I'm like, I could do something like this. No, I could do something like this where it's like a Twilight Zone themed story and stuff. So yeah, I went ahead. I opened up StoryFire.
ABC Wednesday.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary. Season premiere Wednesday, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
And the first story I wrote, what was the first? Oh, the first story I wrote, it is to, so let me just kind of like take you behind the scenes of the stories and stuff, or just kind of give you guys like a preview of each story, because so far there's 3 chapters to each story. I don't know how many chapters I'm gonna write. I never really know how many chapters I'm gonna write. I usually just keep on writing until I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm at a decent amount of chapters and stuff. But anyways, and I still have yet to reach that point. But so anyways, so the first story is about a man that ends up falling in love with a woman. Every story has a plot twist at the end. Like it just throws you in for a loop. Like, wow, I didn't even realize it was gonna go down like that. Like and it's one of those things where it's just, I realized like how good I am at writing, because I did kind of like put this in play when I did this, and I plan on adding more to that series too. Is and this isn't like original content, but it's like an original story, but it's just the main character in the story isn't original, but Slender Man sightings series. And I did kind of do that before, but I did a story where it was like an interview that was being recorded, but it was typed out, and it's me, typing it out and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I was like, I did that, and I was like, so I kind of did that for this last chapter. But anyways, the second chapter is of a Twitch streamer. Well, it's just overall a streamer. I didn't say Twitch streamer, but a streamer had like a weird person in their chat. The plot twist at the end is insane. It's one of those things where it's like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on for a second. Like, it's just stuff that you gotta read. Like, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. And then the third one, wrote that one today. What was that one about? I don't even know why I forgot it. It's like, fam, you would think it would just be right there in my head, but I talked on so many different things. I just, oh, no, I remember now. I didn't even need to look it up. But anyways, no, so the last story was of disappearance, but somebody was behind the disappearance, and then it was pretty much like an interrogation situation in the story and stuff. But again, the plot twist at the end is crazy. This series that I'm working on, though, it's called The Window. And so the backstory on that is that I was thinking along the lines of Twilight Zone, where it's like you have to go into this zone to overall, like, see the Twilight Zone. Because if you grew up watching Twilight Zone like I did, and I'm not saying like them 90s episodes or the new episodes that Jordan Peele did, no disrespect to them, but no, I'm saying them like 1960s episodes, like them old black and white episodes, those episodes. So when you would watch that show, it always would have some plot twist. It always would have something crazy going on where it's like, fam, whoa, wait a minute. That's how I kind of got that inspiration where The Window is pretty much like it's a window that's opening up, but it like there's always going to be something insane on the other side. So yeah, you just being that normal person. And I think that might just even be like if I were to turn it into a TV show, or I think if anything I'll turn it into, that would definitely be a TV show. But I think that would be the opening credits and stuff, where it's like a person walking to a window and then they open it up, and then when they go in, it's like you never really know what's going to be on the other side. But then that's where it like transitions to the next episode and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot, man, but I'm having fun writing again. Like, I used to write all the time, then I stopped. And then discovering StoryFire, although I will say that StoryFire had they've done had a couple of glitches where they done shorten how much you can type in with your stories, more so like with the like characters and stuff. And I'm like, why did you have it where the description has more characters than what I'm typing in on the story? I'm like, man, that just, to me, that don't make no sense. So I had to like pretty much rework, because if I had it my way, oh yeah, stories would be much more longer if I was able to type more. But yeah, they don't have it where I can type a whole lot. I mean, they have it where I can just keep adding like different lines, but I'm like, bro, I'm trying to have it where it's like, I don't have to add like 100 million lines. Like, I don't mind that, but at the same time, it's like, I just like to be able to have that creative freedom, when it comes to StoryFire and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, it's just fun, being able to write again and on StoryFire. So hold on for a second. Let me count up the amount of stories that I have written so far, and these are just the ones I have written so far. I still got some that's overall like still in the works and things. But anyways, so I have a zombie series called Alpha Alone. There's only 3 chapters of that. I have my The Division series based on the video game The Division. I have 7 chapters of that. I have a short story about a content creator with a overall like an addiction. So that was a little bit of more of a serious story. Then I have one where it's kind of like just talking on myself. Then I have a wrestling story called Jam. I have a love story called Love City. Then the Slender Man sightings. Then I also have a unoriginal story where it's kind of based on the series No Country for Old Men, but mine's is called No Country for Young Men. And then my series The Window. Those are the ones that I have published. The ones that I haven't started working at working on yet is so yeah, just to name these ones. So I have one called Taija, where it's about an African warrior. It's like, it's a fictional one. It ain't like no real one. But anyways, then I also have one about like a prison story. I have one about a like just overall based on rappers and stuff. Then I also have a villainous story, a getaway driver story. And then I also have one based on this story that I wrote when I was a kid called The House. And I'm doing like an origin story of that. And then overall, I am going to more so have it focused on what I was writing on about a family moving into a haunted house. And then I have like two. I think I need to there's one that I need to delete because there's another one that I have where it's a rapper, a story about a rapper, but I'm like, I was gonna turn that into a chapter series rather than just a short story. But then anyways, and then I also have another series that I plan on working on. This is an original series called the Therapist, where it's it's just all these different people coming in with problems, and then it's like a therapist helping them out and stuff. So yeah, man, I got my work cut out for me when it comes to the writing stuff, you know, but I couldn't have it any other way, man. You know, StoryFire is a pretty solid platform, besides like their, you know, couple of minor glitches, but other than that, yeah, I'm having a ball right now writing and stuff. So but anyways, but yeah, if you guys haven't followed me on StoryFire, I am very active on there. I have been writing a lot on there, and I guarantee and I promise you a lot more stories are going to come out. Nothing ain't changing when it comes to YouTube, Twitch streaming, podcasting, music, all that stuff. You know, still the regular schedule every single day and things, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.